Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Morale Booster with John Ughulu. Today, I have another very talented coach. And before I hand the mic over to him, I would like to remind those of you watching this program now to remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit on the like button, and share this program amongst your network. So, Ray Abraham, thank you for joining me on the program.
Thanks for having me, John.
It's my pleasure. So, Ray, could you please tell us a little about who you are and what you do?
Sure. So again, my name is Ray Abram. I am a connection coach, or some people refer to it as a networking coach. I help solopreneurs and career professionals build a network. What I discovered is that a lot of folks don't know how to network properly. And so I coach folks on how to build those connections, how to work a room, how to set goals and achieve those goals through the people that you know.
Right. That's a good one. But do you have an LLC or it's a sole proprietorship business?
This is a sole proprietorship right now. I am developing an LLC for my coaching business, but I've just been, starting out really, I guess the last year of taking it seriously. Right. And so now in the next year, I want to, really expand and grow and really treat it like a business.
Right. That's a good one. Yes. I know you have a lot of corporate America experience. You have a lot of experience in corporate America.
Yes.
So I know you have already acquired a wealth of knowledge when it comes to the networking part of it. So basically, when you say you help people network, because I know a lot of people who think they need to go to bars.
Yes.
They go to nightclubs, to meet with their sphere of influence.
Yes.
And I know networking at the wrong places will definitely take you so many years backwards.
Yeah, it can. But even still, it's not about the venue. One of the things I coach is that, every event is a networking event, right? Church, grocery stores, and even the bars and the nightclub. It's more about first identifying who who you want to have in your circle, right? Because you never know where you're going to find those folks are. But what we do first is create what I call a persona, and so you can intentionally decide. I think what happens for most of the people we have in our network is folks that it was just random. No thought was given to it. Right. So we become more intentional and decide in advance who do we want to have in our network and then go out and meet them instead of the other way around.
Right. That makes a whole lot of sense. Okay. So what motivated you to become an entrepreneur? Because I know you've had the opportunity of working for some really great companies.
Yeah. Well, I think you all do. I mean, the reality is, and I even talk about this a little bit in my book, that I kind of got on this job roller coaster where every year, in fact, I went through a period, I think of 4 Christmases in a row I was out of work, and as a father with young children, it was just tough, and I had to come tell them, well, Dad is out of work again, and so it started to get kind of crazy, and it's just the nature of our world today. Right. Where it is that their loyalty is not there, and these companies will bring you on. And if they're not hitting their number by October, they're like, oh, we got a slash. And so I had kind of gotten into that, what I call the contracting roller coaster, where I was brought in as a contractor, and they knew full well they hadn't planned to keep me a full year. And after 4 or 5 times of this happening, I was like, I need to have something on my own. So, still got the day job, still keep the day job. However, being smarter this time around and building my business simultaneously.
Absolutely. On my program, what I always tell my listeners is when you want to switch into entrepreneurship, you still have to retain that job that brings the check.
Yes.
Yeah, because if you let go of that, you will realize at the end of the day that you still need to go back to it. You will get frustrated because the bills don't wait for you. The bills don't know if you just started your business or not. They
Yes.
have to be paid.
Yes, and you can never, and what happens too is you go out and you borrow money, and many of us have made that mistake before. You borrow money or you get investors, but it's never enough, right? And
Right.
so, quite often, what happens is most people underestimate how much money they're going to need, and they
Yeah.
underestimate how long it's going to take. And so you borrow enough and you estimate time for about half of what you need. And then so you make progress, but then you run out of money. And now you can't go back to those same people because they want their original money back. And the people that, new people still don't want to give you money because you don't have a finished product. So you kind of get stuck, like you said, and have to go back to work.
That's true. That's true. A friend of mine once told me that in business or in entrepreneurship, 1+1 is never 2.
Right.
1+1 could give you so many answers. Right.
Depending
So
on how you do it. Yes.
that's correct. Yeah. So why did you choose coaching?
Hmm. Just, I like it. I enjoy, helping people, listening. Um, I was doing it already. It's so funny. I actually had a good friend, and I had been coaching her for years,
Okay.
and didn't know it. We all are coaches, right? To somebody, there's somebody who talks to us, and we're ahead of somebody in our lives,
That's true.
and you end up having these conversations and helping people. And her advice to me was like, Ray, you need to charge for this.
Right.
Don't charge me, you know but you need to charge people for this, because my advice had been very helpful for her. And so that kind of got me down the road of thinking about being a coach professional.
Right. That makes a whole lot of sense. That's how it normally starts out. You realize that people always need you at different times for
Yep.
probably some advice and, impacting knowledge is always fun. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I like that. I'm also a coach, but I do mindset coaching.
Nice.
Yeah, so that has to do with every aspect of life,
Yeah.
business, career, relationship, you know. Yeah, that's good. So now, typically, this program is a platform for, encouraging people through coaching and mentorship. And you fall under that category of
Hmm.
coaching. And definitely you will speak to a soul,
Hmm.
no matter how short you think the conversation will be. There's somebody out there who will definitely resonate with what you say.
Yes.
And networking is a big part of entrepreneurship. Without networking,
It's huge. It's huge.
it's zero.
Yeah, you have to have the network. I mean, if you don't, it tremendously lowers your ability to make it. It's all about who who you can recruit, bringing in customers. I mean, you can't have a business without good networking skills. I mean, no matter how you think you can, you just have to, you know.
That's true. That's true. So, what challenges did you face while trying to make up your mind in going into entrepreneurship?
Mhm.
When one is used to getting that constant pay, at the end of the month or at
Mhm.
a particular time, you are sure of getting paid. It's a different ball game.
Yes.
When you are an entrepreneur, you work for yourself. You determine the income that
Yes.
comes. So, what challenges did you face, first of all, in deciding that you wanted to set up your own business? And
Hmm.
also, what challenges did you face while you started the business?
Right. Well, managing time management. I think that's really the biggest thing. Really, I think maybe answers both of it. Challenge of deciding is, do I have enough time to do everything? I have a husband, father, other events and things that other organizations I'm members of, and do I have enough time to put into starting a business, because that's a whole nother full-time job.
Right.
uh, and then once you make that commitment to start a business, how do you manage the time to get everything done, because now you have to not only create the content, but you also have to promote the content,
Right.
as well as manage your clients and manage your books and so forth and so on. So, just finding that time to do everything is a big challenge.
Yeah, that's true. Time management is key. So if you're listening to this program right now and you're thinking of starting your own business, first lesson, you should have a strategy. Do not let go of that job that brings the check.
Yes.
Yes.
I wish I
And
had known that when I was much younger, because this is not my first venture, and I had made that mistake when I was younger, and quit my job because my business was gonna boom, and it was just a matter of a few more months, and let me just quit the job so I can focus on my business, and then money dries up, and I don't have a job, and so I was like, oh, now I got to go back to work, which is terrible.
right, right. So I always use this, my favorite quote from Vince Lombardi, which says, perfection is not attainable, but if you chase perfection, you can surely catch excellence. So if
Yes.
you're looking, yeah, if you're looking for that perfect time,
Mm,
that perfect scenario for you to jump out of what you currently do not like to start chasing your dreams, then you will have to wait for forever. There's no
yes,
perfect time. And Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right.
that's
Which
right.
means if you think you cannot manage being an entrepreneur and having a side, and having a job, it's up to you. But if you feel you can manage it, then it's also up to you. Just that if you want to do both, it requires you to spend more time doing
Yes.
probably less sleep, less sleep, less outing, less social outing, whatever sacrifice you need to make your business successful has to be done.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Ray. I really like what you said about the whole thing. So for your book, I know you have a book you
Yeah. Somewhere
published.
around here.
Do you have it with you?
Yeah. Yeah. Just pulled it up here. Connect like a
Oh,
boss.
okay. Connect
Yeah.
like a boss.
Yes.
So if you're listening, go grab a copy. It's titled Connect Like a Boss.
Yes. It's on
And
Amazon. Yep. Paperback and
Ray Abraham.
yes. Yes.
Okay, that's a good one. So where can people find that book?
Just on Amazon right now. It's Amazon.com. Then you can
Oh,
download
okay.
it, or you can order a paperback.
Okay, sounds good. So who are your target audience?
Yeah. So I have two targets really. You have your entrepreneurs, generally your solopreneurs. I think they're the
Okay.
ones who really have to have a really efficient method of building a network so they can get referrals and
Right.
sales. But also, the career executive who is looking quite often. We always hear about privilege, and if you've ever had a day job, you always, you've probably seen someone else move up the ladder faster,
Right.
or someone got the job just because he's somebody's nephew, and how did he get to be the vice president of marketing and, right
Right.
out of school, and so, what I teach is privilege is something that you can actually hack. If you have the right tips, if you have the right strategies, you can get all the same benefits as someone who is naturally privileged. And so I walk you through step by step, and in my book as well as in my coaching, I walk you through step by step on who you need to have in your network. How do you find them? How do you meet them? How do you build a good relationship with them?
Right.
Right. And some of the answers would surprise you, on how to, get into the top tier, how to be invited to those events, how to be invited into those groups that you thought you would never be invited into. So it's all about who and not settling. There's an old song, no new friends. I'm like, yes, no, you probably need some new friends. It's okay. The new friends are great, when you take it to the next, if you want to take things to the next level.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So what are your projections? Where do you see your business in the next 5 years?
Oh, wow. I mean, I really want to be speaking, from the stage globally, just really, reaching a lot of people. I have fairly big aspirations, but definitely, I see a global tour, where I'm really helping a lot of people, some mastermind classes, uh, you know, again, writing more books. After you do the first one, they said the first one's the hardest one, which I agree, because now you know how to do it, right? So definitely want to do some more books, and just help millions of people, with my message, because people don't really know this message. I think you're kind of in school and you're supposed to network, but nobody ever tells you how to do it.
That's right.
And there's how do I go about this? And so you kind of settle, and many people just say, I am no good at networking, right? They just say it, I'm no good at this, and just give up. And nobody ever says, let me show you how to do this properly. And so I think there's a market there for it, and I want to help those folks.
That's a good one. It's a good niche you are currently working in. Because marketing, a lot of people still do not understand the importance of networking.
Mm-hmm.
Because networking is what determines how far you will go.
Everything. It's all about, as a matter of fact, everything, if you really think about it, this was enlightening to me, that everything you have in your life comes through somebody.
That's
right?
it.
It was an introduction. It was a referral. It was somebody, wrote a letter for you. Somebody helped you out, did something for you. But literally, if you really think about it, everything you have in your life came through somebody, if you track it back far enough, right? And so by having the right people in your life, all of a sudden everything becomes escalated.
True.
Right? True. So now if you say I'm at this level, and if you're not satisfied at the level you are, then by changing the people that you have around you, or in this additive, right? You don't have to necessarily, and sometimes people get fearful that I'm saying to, cut all your friends, as you see at every New Year's Eve, every New Year's, cutting all. You don't have to necessarily cut people.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, add people and focus on the right type of people who can help you get to where you want to get in life. And so and that's really it. So that's why it's so critical, because literally when I started changing, and then and I'm not just I'm not just the president. I'm a member, right? I actually went through these exercises, and my life has just changed 180 degrees, based on just kind of creating my own reality, my own friendships, of now millionaires. And actually, my goal for the next year is actually have a group of billionaires that I hang out with.
That's it.
And why not? You only limit yourself. There's no reason why I'm not invited on private jets, right? I mean, know what I mean? It's all in my head, right? There's no reason why I'm not. I haven't decided that's what I want. So once I made that decision that that's what I want, it's a matter now of just meeting people who fly on private jets.
That's true.
Why not?
Yep. And it's possible, because for as long as you can think about it,
Mhm.
then it's possible. All you need is to act on your thoughts. Just
Yes.
like what Greg Reed said. So, to my listeners out there, I want to refresh your memory. Greg Reed said, dreams written down with timelines becomes a goal.
Yep.
A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. A plan backed by action makes your dream come true. So if you're looking for those dreams, if you want your dreams to come true, just like he's talking about networking, wanting to be in the midst of billionaires next year, wanting to have, people invite him on private jets, it's doable. All you need to do is to convert that dream from being a fantasy to being a goal. Because if you have a dream and you do not act on that dream, it remains a fantasy. So listen attentively. You have all the contacts, you have all the connection. So you listening to us right now, you can always reach out to Ray Abraham because he's a networking coach. He's a coach who can take you to the next level. He's the coach who can tell you if the bar is the best place for you to network, just like some people who say they want to meet with billionaires, they hang out, they go to bars.
Yes.
The billionaires don't go to bars.
Right.
They don't, because the regular bar you go to is not the bar the billionaire would want to go to for security reasons.
Right.
So
right.
you need Ray Abraham, to guide you on where you can get your sphere of influence. Like he said, do not cut people off. If you are around people who influence you negatively, then be intentional about your relationship with them. But do not cut people off, because everything in life happens out of networking. That person who you despise today might be the person who would link you up with that dream maker. So be intentional, know how you want your sphere of influence to be, and put everybody on the level you want them to be in terms of your relationship and your life.
Yes.
Am I right?
You hit it right on the head, man. I mean, like you said, just you never know who's going to turn out to be that great contact, or who they know, right? So you don't have to be rude and, I never want to talk to you again. However, we spend most of our time, and this is what most of my clients, the biggest bang for the buck, if you hear anything, think about the fact that, you spend 80% of your time talking to the same 5 or 6 people.
Right.
Most everybody does, right? They just, the people, whenever you have a bad day, that's who you call. If something, you have a good day, that's who you call. Same 5 or 6 people, right? But your brain has the ability to handle 150 relationships, right? So you're leaving all these other relationships on the table until you need them, until you join an MLM, right?
Then you will know how.
Now you're gonna call all 150 of them. Hey, hey John, I know I haven't talked to you in a little while. How you doing? Blah blah blah. Listen, man, I got this great opportunity. If you can come by next Saturday at 2:00, I don't want to tell you too much about it, And so, right, we've all been there. And no disrespect to the folks who have MLMs. However, you burn through a lot of relationships. So what my program says, listen, build those relationships, or dig your well before you're thirsty, right? So now you kind of build really good relationships with 100, 150 people, right? That are all great friends, but also all can help you. These are the type of people you've intentionally, not people that just grew up in your neighborhood or went to school with, or, in your family. I'm talking about people you've identified. In order for me to get where I need to get, these are the type of people I need to know, and then find them and build a great relationship with them, right? These are going to be your new best friends, right? And they just incidentally can help you.
Absolutely.
So that's it.
That's right. You have spoken well. I really appreciate that. And also, one last thing I want to say to my listeners. A lot of people say they want to go into business. but information is power. Without that awareness, a lot of people might not know that there are specialists who could guide you in terms of networking. You see, that's the reason behind this platform. I keep telling people, music has a way of opening up things, but we need a lot of awareness. We need a lot of, a lot of people need to know so many information. Network coaching. If you call 10 people right now who are just probably watching this program for the first time, only one might know about network coaching.
Yeah.
So it is a good thing that you came out today, and I know you have resonated with, your message has resonated with so many people out there. And I know people will definitely reach out to you. So if you're starting a business, you need a network coach. You need somebody who can put you in front of your target audience. You need somebody who can work with you to help you build your self-influence, because that is where your power lies.
Yes.
So do you have a direct telephone number or website you want to?
Just go to the website. It's the best way to reach me is just rayabram.com. It's RAYABRAM. There's no H, no S. I always have to say .com, and and then you can book time with me. Just give away a free hour. Just sit down and kind of talk and figure out where you are, what you may need, how I can help you. And or read just some of my articles, and or order a copy of the book right from the website. Right. So however I can help you, I want to. So the best way to reach me is just on the website rayabram.com. It has all my contact information.
Okay, that sounds good. So what social media platforms are you on?
Well, I would say all, but most. I'm on Instagram, just Ray_Abram. Just Facebook, Coach Ray Abram, and what's the other one?
LinkedIn.
Twitter. Yeah, LinkedIn. I'm a LinkedIn Ray Abram, and Twitter. I just use my name. Even though I want to, use the greatest coach in the world. At the greatest coach in the world, I just say
right.
People,
yeah. So if you're listening, just look out for Ray Abraham. You can search for him on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and this is not the last time you will be seeing him or hearing from him. He will be a speaker. He will be a globetrotter. You're going to hear more from him. And I know you and I will be on the stage one day together.
Yeah, that would be great. I look forward to that, John. That would be really cool. So definitely let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. And
absolutely, because I love the niche that you are currently working on. Network coaching, networking is key.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, so what do you think about this program?
That this program?
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, I mean, great. Just kind of, giving entrepreneurs opportunity to giving entrepreneurs the opportunity to, talk about their business, connect customers with, like you said, a lot of, I think you had a, window dressing, person on recently, just things like that. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, that's all she does.
Yes.
Is window, and so just, those type of, businesses that are unique and interesting. And I would have no way of even knowing that was a thing and without you. So yeah, I love what you're doing, John. Please keep it up.
Thank you. Information is key. Yes. And to all my listeners, let me remind you of what Richard Branson said. He said, if your dream is not big enough to scare you, then that dream is too small. Your dream has to scare you. So if you're going into business and the dream of becoming a billionaire is not part of it, then it is too small. You need to reevaluate it, except you just want to be normal. But we are born and created to be great.
Yes.
Do not limit yourself. Do not limit yourself. Greatness is achievable. I don't know what you think about yourself. I really don't care what people have been telling you about who you are. But all I know is that you are destined for greatness. So if you're listening, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Think about it. And Ray, thank you for joining me on the program. I hope when next I reach out to you to come on the program, you will join us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks so much, John.
All right. Thank you very much. So look out for Ray Abraham. He's on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, social media. Just search with his name.
Yes. Easy to find.
Displayed on the screen. And you'll find
Easy to find.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, John. Thank you.